We're not concerned about much more than winning. So, not concerned, but I think with the couple of years off, I think you have to reassess where you're at. You got to keep talking to the guys, and then you got to understand what your personality of your team is and build it. You just don't come in and have culture and identity. You got to build it. So camp starts with camp. So excited to get these guys in there. And the one thing I'm worried about, Jeff, is that you don't have as much interaction as a team. And I think the best teams, I mean, let's be honest, you become connected, you become family, and we have to find a way to do that. Maybe not with as many interactions as we had in the past. So
that's pro football, and no matter what league you're in, and you can't be afraid of change. There are some changes that we would not like to have made, but we had to for whatever reason. So we have two crops of rookies coming in to compete for jobs. And if I was a young player coming into this camp, I'd be a little excited. But again, we're not as young and unveteran, if that's such a word, as people want to make out. On defense, we have guys that have been here, have played for us almost in every spot. The Mike linebacker position will be one of those that may not have a veteran, but at a defensive end position. But everyone else has played football in the Canadian Football League.
With a 14-game season, I think the more veteran teams are going to get that advantage. And honestly, in an 18-game season, Dave can speak to this. We've typically started out slow. We typically start out, 1-2, 2-2, and then we turn it on and go, try to go 13, 14 games and go on a stretch and get hot right before the end of the season. You don't have time for that this year. You've got to figure something out, and it's going to be as big of a challenge as it ever has been without preseason games, without obviously, like Huff said, the scrimmages of other teams. You're not going to find out what your team is until you step on the field game one versus a team that you have virtually no idea what they're going to do. They're a brand new team with coaches that, don't really have a history of what they're going to do. So it'll be a kind of, crazy, fun, awesome process in the beginning. But the more veteran teams, I think, will have that advantage early on. But hopefully, being a younger team, we're going to have that hunger and that fight and those legs when it comes to the end of the season and going into playoffs.